Tansei, Nitotem. Hello, my friend. I'm Nadine. Welcome back to Cookham Moon Messages, where I pass on any messages from the great mystery that the collective needs to hear at this time. If you've found yourself here, I hope you find something within this message to help you on your journey. Before we get into the cards, as always, we're going to begin with ceremony to get started in a good way. So I've got some tobacco. Feel free to pause the video to collect your own offering. Whatever medicine feels right to you, or you can just sit and join along with me. Creator, please accept this offering of tobacco as a sign of my gratitude for today and for this moment of connection, for all of our blessings, and for this opportunity to receive any wisdom, any guidance to help us on our way. We're so grateful for anything you share today with us. And we receive your messages with an open heart and an open mind. Hi. Next, we'll smudge with some sage. Creator, thank you for this sacred sage. Thank you to Mother Earth who nurtured it, and Father Sky who brought the rain. Thank you to Muslim Sun who shared his life force energy, and Cookham Moon who bestowed her wisdom in its darkness. Sacred Sage, I thank you for sacrificing your life to share your medicine here with me. Please know that you are here to cleanse our bodies, minds, spirits, and emotions of all negativity, all low frequencies, and all unwanted attachments. You're here to set us free of anything that does not serve our highest good and the good of all our relations. Hi. Cleanse our minds of all negativity so we can think in a good way. Cleanse our eyes of all negativity so we can see in a good way. Cleanse our ears of all negativity so we can listen in a good way. Cleanse our mouth of all negativity so we can speak in a good way. Cleanse our hearts of all negativity so we can feel in a good way. And cleanse our bodies of all negativity so we can walk forward in a good way. And finally, I'm going to light a little bit of this sweet grass to bring some love and kindness and compassion into the space, to lovingly welcome our ancestors, any spirits who wish to pass along any messages at this time. So we will begin with messages from the spirits of the East. yellow quadrant of the medicine wheel. This is the area of infancy, new beginnings, awakenings, clarity, higher vision. It's the area of spring and planting seeds. 7 generations. Card number 53, legacy. Now we're going to move on to the spirits. Spirits of the South. No hesitation. Coming out with card number 18, whirling rainbow. Unity, wholeness achieved. And we're going to move on to the spirits of the West. The South is adolescence and area of career, of work, of passion, of summer. The West is the black quadrant, and the fall of adulthood, the area of letting go, going within, getting still, being quiet, and integrating. So ask the spirits of the West for our message today. So I'm getting an initial feeling from these first 2 cards of momentum. It's very subtle momentum though. It's slow, it's steady. So we've got 2 cards coming in from the West. Coming in upside down. It's card number 17, Heart, Sacred Fire, and Passion. Card number 36, the Great Spirit and Creator. So the West usually tells me about things that we need to let go of the season of fall. So these cards coming in upside down are telling me that these are actually things that you need to make room for. So before we go too much further, I'm gonna call on the spirits of the North for their message. Way too many cards, sorry Spirit. The North has a lot to say. So the North is the white quadrant of winter, elders and ancestors, wisdom, and the gift of healing. It's a time of integration and stillness. And the Tree of Life, card number 32 coming out. And we're going to ask for messages from Father Sky. This is messages from your masculine side, your grandfathers. It's going to be an animal elder that you can call on this time. Messages from Father Sky are usually action items that we need to take. Card number 24, Elder Hummingbird. Remember the magic coming through. And I'm going to call on spirits of Mother Earth to add to this outline here. Hi, thank you. 30. Rabbit coming through. And finally, we'll ask our higher selves a message from within. Hi. So a message from your higher self coming in, but upside down. Put your hands in the dirt. Okay. So momentum, but a subtle momentum. So this momentum is like a beckoning. So we're at the beginning stages here. There's a little twinkle in the eye, like you're about to do something. It scares you a little bit. And there's these voices, the back of your mind, telling you every step to take, or at least the first one to take. And so it feels like you're sort of deciding the very first words to put on the page of what feels like a new book, not even in the next chapter, but it feels like a whole new book. Like you're turning things upside down. And so this beginning stage, this feeling, this whirlwind, the rainbow, the whirling rainbow is this beautiful teaching. It's got many layers, but it's associated with the prophecy of the white buffalo, which is a time that we're in right now. And there's many layers to that prophecy, but the whirling rainbow speaks of the element, the human element, and the rise of the rainbow warrior. This is a group of people who may identify as indigenous, be red on the medicine wheel, but we're all red by blood. And so the rainbow warriors can come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. But they're a group of people that begin to dive deep into indigenous ways of knowing, find an appreciation for the ways of our ancestors, their outlooks on life, and even how they went about life on a day-to-day basis. We have a lot to learn from. And so if you find yourself here in this reading, I think Spirit is taking this opportunity to call you out and name you as a rainbow warrior. The red quadrant of the medicine wheel in the south is the career, it's our passions, anything that we are working towards, be it our work or personal investments, anything like that. You're part of this story as a co-creator, so put yourself into this general story where it fits for you. Use your intuition place yourself in what you hear today. And so the Rainbow Warrior is someone that begins to heal the world, but from within. Someone who looks in the mirror at themselves and begins to do the work to heal themselves, to pick themselves back up, to be their own hero. With this red quadrant, it's also an area of adolescence. This Torment card coming out upside down. To confirm what I was about to say, so this area of adolescence, I often take the cards as they come out in the red quadrant as stuff that you were being stubborn towards, because when we're in our teen adolescence years, we think we know everything, and we're kind of stubborn towards listening to those that have come before us, that have done what we have done before. And we often get in our own way. And this Torment card coming upside down is saying it is time. Things are about to turn around. Things are starting to become in motion so that you can get out of your own way, so you can start flying. And so the rolling rainbow is really kind of lighting that fire under your tush to embrace that momentum and to start working towards, and this is what the West is telling us, that this is what we need to make room for, to create our passion. So you know what that is for you. Your passion could be your work. You could have been blessed to find a way to turn what you love into a monetary endeavor. And that's amazing for you. And passions don't always go that way, though. You might be someone who goes to work at a mundane job and is able to leave your work at work and come home so that you can pursue your passions in your off hours at other times. And so Creator, the great mystery, Spirit right now is really saying it is time to pick that ball up that's been in your court for a while. It's been sitting there stagnant, but it's time to get some energy, some motion going. But it has to be subtle. This has marathon energy to it. That there's a long road ahead. There are many, many, many moving elements to what you are working towards, to this legacy that you are going to be building. But it's time to untie your hands, to let yourself be free, to create what it is that's been weighing heavy on your heart, to speak loudly the whispers that you've been hearing in the back of your mind. So coming in from the north, the Tree of Life. So the messages of the north are things that you don't necessarily have to work towards, but you have to open yourself to receiving. You have to be willing to see the message and pursue it, to hear the call and follow it. And so this Tree of Life card coming through is really giving me the vibe that this is something that you have been praying for a while. This is something that in the depths of your soul and in the whispers of your heart, that you have been aligning these ducks for a while. You have been making sense of it. And Spirit wants to acknowledge that you have been taking your time to really the grandmother is holding this child. The Seven of Earth, depletion. So these coming in upside down as I'm talking about that North card. So Spirit wants to acknowledge that you have been really doing a deep dive, both internally and possibly externally in your life, of weeding out what is no longer growing in your garden, what is no longer sustaining you. And you've been protecting your inner child. So these two cards are showing me that you've kind of been cleaning house, making space for what you deserve. And you've been putting up boundaries to protect yourself, to put yourself first. You've said many a prayer. You've wished on many a star. And so Spirit is showing me that if you begin to follow those whispers, allow that momentum to build, and follow a slow path towards what you know and have known for some time is the path for you, is your unique path that you and you alone are supposed to be walking. Maybe that's in partnership, it could be with other people, but you have something unique to offer. So I'm having to reach for this transformation though. It's wild. This transformation is wild. And I really feel the need to put this card down here near this rabbit. And I will get back to the hummingbird eventually here, but Spirit wants me to skip here to rabbit, which for me is a messenger of fear, of just staying small and being kind of sporadic, a little bit scattered. And this owl energy is kind of this dark, which can feel scary, but kind of like exhilarating messenger, wants you to let go of this rabbit energy, of this scatteredness, this overthinking, this feeling that everything is after you. Those kinds of thoughts need to let go, whether that be other people, not feeling like you belong, feelings of lack. There's some element of fear that owl and rabbit want you to work together on. It's like this feeling of hyper-awareness that maybe isn't serving us anymore. Allowing yourself to feel safe, to know that you've done the work, to cleanse yourself of what was stealing your energy. And what was not kind of respecting or honoring your intuition, your call, that fire in your belly. But it's time to honor that fire in your belly. It's time for a transformation. It's time to let go of that fear. It's time to remember your magic. Hummingbirds can move in any direction. They're agile. And they just know where their next meal is at. They just fly from flower to flower, sustaining themselves and helping others along the way. They're doing that cross-pollination. And so hummingbird wants you to stand in your power with you. But the hummingbird, it's almost motionless, which really speaks to this whirling rainbow energy that I'm getting, that the whirling is just beginning. And it's our responsibility at this time to put our hands in the dirt, to do the work, to start building the momentum, when you build a snowman or a snowball, it begins with just 2 handfuls of snow that we kind of compress together. We put it under that pressure. And from there, it's a slow build until eventually you're rolling a big ball. And so we're putting on the pressure right now, just 1 handful at a time. So take it slow. Don't let that ball get out of control by rushing, getting too far ahead of ourselves. But it is time to do the work. And hummingbird wants to see you through to the fruits of your labor. 5 of Earth, insecurity. And so in my head, as I was shuffling there, I was asking Great Mystery to give a little more information about this passion and this creator energy. And out comes this 5 of Earth, this insecurity. And so in order to transform that passion into reality, to bring forward the visions that we've been seeing, the way forward is to let go of this insecurity. So the West, the void, the Great Mystery, their arms are open right now to receive whatever it is about yourself or about your situation that you feel you don't deserve. There is a sense of insecurity, of lack, of unproductive self-talk that is not serving you at this time, that needs to be let go of. Maybe there's people that are still lingering in our lives who, maybe aren't aligned with our path or holding us back from blooming. These corns here, they look like they've kind of been left to rot, and like something has spoiled, and there's some things that need to be let go of still. There are things that we need to weed out, a few last things that are not nourishing us, that have passed their expiry date. Whatever that is for you, it's probably been smelling rotten for a little while. So before I let you go, I'm just going to ask Great Mystery for any final words. Seven of Fire came out upside down, but then turned off my hand. Endurance. So this is a change in energy. It's an interesting time because at the time of recording, it's the beginning of winter, kind of a time to integrate and settle down, but yet there is this subtle energy of moving forward. And so it feels like this fine line, maybe a month ahead of walking this fine line of taking steps towards the things that you have been praying for, doing something, working towards those things that you have been wishing for in your life, and then also taking time to rest, to review, to relax, to recharge, to take care of yourself, to honor your ancestors. Okay? A little self-care. There's some time we need to reflect on what we're thinking, to let go of that fear, that insecurity. I hope you found some medicine through this offering here today. Hi, thank you for sitting in circle with me. And I look forward to reading for you again soon.